So here's a helpful tool if you're looking to find that sweet spot, especially when it comes to dosing with cannabis products. So this is a diagram, especially if you're partaking in more of the psychoactive components of cannabis. More so meaning THC, but you could apply this to just about anything in the plant medicine world. This is also very, very helpful for people that are new and still yet coming to the cannabis industry to start their journey or to continuing on. But just even if you're a veteran user of this is very, very helpful, especially just to hold this image in your head when you're trying to tell the tender what you want. Now, this will apply more towards things that you inhale and ingest, not so much on the topical side. Diagrams like this, I found it to be really helpful for people when they're trying to figure out where are their boundaries and how to start with intentional use. Because what many of us in the industry have seen is that when this is used without intentions, you commonly hear the stories where people are ingesting hundreds to up to thousands of milligrams of THC, and they go from here and they yeet themselves over to that side. So yes, the idea is to get you somewhere from here up to here, but this is going to look different for everybody. So for example, you could have one person that says, well, my sweet spot dosing is I'm awake, I'm happy, I have less social anxiety, I'm ready to go, I feel invincible. And then other people, you might have another person that says, my sweet spot is I want my butt knocked into the couch for an hour of Netflix and then I want to sleep for the next 8 hours. Now, when it comes to THC, I found the one big distinguishing factor is functionality in terms of the sweet spot. So do you want to be awake and up and active, or do you want to be able to let go completely so that you're sedated to the point where you're not worrying about a single thing? Now, some of the common effects over here where people start getting undesired effects is it might be the paranoia thing. The munchies aspect can definitely be a factor. A lot of times people want to keep their functionality, so if they get too tired, then they're starting to get into the undesired effects as well. Now, this diagram is especially helpful, especially when you're talking on the topic of edibles or ingestible options. Because as many of us know, there's some pretty important rules when it comes to a good edible experience, because you can easily go from here and get yeeted over here again, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So for example, if I come to find out that somebody's fairly new and they're wanting to start with the gummies so that they can sleep at night, a lot of times I'm going to be asking and mentioning things in this area. So especially for a new person, and if we're still talking about edibles, in this area, I'm going to tell them to do about a 5 to 10 milligram dosage. And after 2 hours, if you're not feeling enough, then you can go up. But that 2 hour point is a big thing to keep them in this window. The same thing can go for concentrates, especially if you're going from like basic level flower to like some super strong rosin. Now, getting really good and experience with all this on how to dose yourself can take some time and some trial and error. Now, be patient, don't give up on the process, and if you are in need of help, ask people within the industry and how you can refine this for yourself. Because in the end of the day, we're all here to get effects that we want.